Alright, so after this short Pokemon Blue run, we're going into the Pokemon Trifecta. And because I'm a very, very intelligent and smart person, we forgot that in the interview, but the guys are very gentle and will tell us what this is. So no big announcements between the runs, we're just gonna go straight through all those 3 games. And we're gonna start with Pokemon Red.
What? It's the GameCube controller. This one? Yeah.
Yes. Is that out frame enough?
Yeah. This is working for you?
Fine for me.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, then we're ready. You got your option set?
Yep.
Great.
Let's go. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, so this is my favorite game of all time, Pokemon Red. We play it glitchless for the most part. We'll talk about that later. So yeah, you've seen literally like everything that we're going to see for the next 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Already. We're going to pick Squirtle instead. Squirtle's better than Bulbasaur in every way, shape or form. We're going to get the PC potion as well, because that's really safe. We don't want to die in this fight.
Yeah, exactly.
We need the XP.
Yep. And so, like in this game, we do everything without glitches. So we're gonna beat the whole game basically as it's supposed to, and that's just also the reason why we picked Squirtle, because Squirtle is just really good in carrying us through the early game.
Yeah, Brock,
Yeah.
we would be no chance with Charmander. Bulbasaur, let's not even talk about Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
Squirtle, water type against the rock type of Brock. You know, great. After that, we're going to use a Nidoran, male. Because it's a beast. It's an absolute beast.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's
overpowered in general.
you're going to see it absolutely tear through the game, especially the late game.
And then after that, Squirrel will still be useful because he kind of turns into a serve and strength slave.
Yeah,
So,
it's great.
like we will be using the word slave a lot for this, you know, just
Yeah.
because it's the only purpose they will serve at that point.
Like, they're literally slaves in the idea that we use them for what we need them to use them for, even dying for us. Sometimes they literally take a bullet for us.
Yep.
And you'll probably see that once or twice as a safety strat more than anything. So, same fight again, you know, we're against Bulbasaur this time. You'd think it would be an easy fight because it's Bulbasaur. No, this is the worst fight in the game.
Yeah, there's so much variance. It's actually unbelievable. This starts well.
You hope for no first turn growl.
Yeah, we just don't want to see growls. It makes the fight so slow. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like if he growls too much,
Nice Graphil.
nice
That's
growl.
25%.
Then, yeah, at some point you just do 1 damage per turn and it's not fun. But yeah, indeed 25% to fill each growl, and it
This is an
happened
insane
twice now.
fight. This is an insane
It's a
fight.
great start,
So
basically.
yeah, that would be a fight I'd be happy with in PB. 11 special, which is bad, but
Yeah,
it's fine.
we're gonna still turn out later.
We're gonna save for Brock anyway, so even if it is bad, it's fine. So we can tell from our special stats already, like how good our Squirtle is. Obviously, it had quite good attack, so that's gonna come in handy for the Weedle fight in Forest that you saw in the previous run. Special for Brock, and then none of it matters after that. We're gonna fight one encounter up here, just to get to level 8 after Weedle. Because then we're gonna learn Bubble, which is good for Brock. So again, getting up here without encounters is key. And that's a good encounter I can kill. A level 3 rat or a level 2 bird will do just fine.
Yeah, we just basically need a little tiny bit of XP to just get level 8 after the Weedle.
Yeah,
It's not much that we need, but yeah.
that's quite a high roll.
That's
Oh, it's
quite-
tail whip.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of awful things on Route 1. There's a level 5 Pidgey, the guardian of Route 1.
Oh yeah.
Such a good song. Like,
It's like 1%, right?
like we're literally just trying to get up here without getting any encounters.
Yep.
So yeah, same as before, we're gonna go and get the Pokédex. Pretty simple stuff.
We took the right side.
Yeah.
Viridian. So recently it was found out that if you walk to the right side to Viridian, that it's like half a frame faster than taking the left side, which is pretty ridiculous. But you kind of still want to do the optimal thing, so you just did it.
You're gonna see some more optimal strats on Route 1 as well.
And I
The most optimal movement of all time on Route 1. It's coming up really soon.
Ready.
Really soon.
Oh.
Oh.
What? YOLO grass?
Yeah.
So yeah.
You can't get an encounter after you jump over a
Yeah.
ledge, and that's the only time in the game you can do it. So we like stupid things.
All the interesting little stuff in this game, it just people keep finding stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
There's just like so much like, even just like mashing and things, and like you'll see like certain text boxes disappear quickly than they might have done for you casually. Like we buffer a lot. Like we'll sort of hold down a button, and then it's input on the first actionable frame. So it's sort of, instead of having to play like frame perfectly to mash really quickly, you can just hold down the button and the text box disappears. So
Yeah.
it can help save your hands over some long sessions. Okay, we're getting the boring bits out of the way now.
Yeah.
Starts to get okay from here.
Just hoping to get up without too many encounters.
Yeah, we've got our XP. Like we literally don't want any encounters at all.
Jinxed it.
Like perfect. I mean, we could have killed that as well. But like perfect Route 1 is like you get up and down with only the one encounter that you kill. But that's really rare.
Yeah.
Like we take like a weird little bit of movement there as well to sort of like make that goalie that
Yeah, the NPC.
yeah, he sort of walks either left or right. Take that like sort of slight little bit of movement there that you wouldn't usually take, just to try and manipulate him, but it doesn't. It's just a chance.
He can still be an asshole.
We'll buy 5 Pokeballs. Hopefully, we're only going to need 3, and then the 2 are just spare. Because of the YOLO ball things we talked about in the previous run, you know, we're gonna catch the things on the first try.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. So now we're gonna do RNG manipulation again, like we also saw in the blue NSC run. This time we're gonna try to manipulate a perfect Nidoran that we're gonna use through the entire run to beat the game. Yeah, and it works the same. Like if we boot up the game and do buffer all inputs, the frame we land on after we do a specific movement is the same each time. And in this case, it will be a Nidoran.
Yeah. There's 7 A presses in that manip.
Yeah. Yeah, we also use A presses to we use A presses
I'm probably
to
just
lag the
gonna,
game a bit, and then get
tackle him.
and get a result based on that.
I missed the text box.
That's fine. I did it. I missed it yesterday in a race, so.
And then this tackle. Yeah. Usually we'd get that in. It's an 8 frame window. I could have gone for it, but I knew pretty much I'd missed it.
I also noticed now that Squirtle's named A.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, so we want to name Pokemon in this game one character, because it's like every time the text is printed for yeah, in a fight, it takes 1 frame per character, so it's faster to have a short name. Yeah.
All right. The Pokemon crew is complete, I think. Water? Yeah. Nice to meet you, mate. Yeah. Wartab's had the most treacherous journey here of anyone.
Yeah.
3 planes?
Yeah.
3 different planes. So yeah. So yeah, we're going into Viridian again. We'll take the path we talked about before, where we sort of will walk up the tiles that have the flower on them, because they can't generate an encounter. So it looks like we take extra steps there, but it's actually sort of on average better.
Yeah.
World record level runs would actually manipulate this section of the game as an extension of the Nidoran manip. So the bit that I failed to input, they would input perfectly, and then they would do a further like 3 frame perfect inputs.
Yeah, like Legend talked about before, the all the text boxes have a 3 to 4 window to buffer, and if you buffer all the text boxes after the Nidoran, you kind of know how to like extend the RNG manipulation. The only thing you cannot buffer is naming the Nidoran. So in a community they kind of found paths for the first 8 frames to manipulate no encounters in for it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It saves like 5 seconds, but it's in a world record level run. That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Here we really don't want to get poisoned. It's risky and it takes a lot of time. So we're lucky that we haven't been poisoned so far. We're actually quite a lot of levels lower than Weedle as well. We're level 6, Weedle's level 9.
Yeah, this fight is pretty rough.
So we tail whipped him twice to knock his defense down, and we've got through this quite nicely actually. Like
Exactly.
the rival fight and this.
Yeah, because like the
Bad special.
bad special. So we kind of the fight went pretty well. We 4-shot the Weedle. If we would have crit the Nidoran, we would not 4-shot him because a crit ignores the stat drop that we put on him with the tail whips. So it actually does more damage to not crit in that case.
So yeah, like each tail whip knocks it down a stage, knocks his defense down a stage. So that's like, I don't know the stages. We talked about them earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, it's like half.
And then like 0.75, like
Yeah.
of his original defense. So it's quite nice. But crits ignore that. So what we do here is we basically no bother potioning. We basically switch Nidoran to the front. Now our options that we set at the start of the game, we set them to shift. So shift basically asks you whether you want to switch Pokemon at the end of each Pokemon that you defeat. And in this case we do, because we want to switch Nidoran in again to get XP, like half the XP for this Geodude, and then half the XP for the Onix. So you'll see that Nidoran's in the fight now, but we send Squirtle in to sort of finish it off. This fight with Nidoran's just awful. It just...
Yeah, this is basically the last main fight where we use Squirtle, because like we mentioned earlier, Squirtle gets through this fight a lot easier. He can actually 2-shot those Pokemon if he would not have terrible special.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously we do not manipulate the Squirtle, so we kind of take the random stats, and in this case we had pretty bad Squirtle.
Yeah.
But he still gets through the fight so much faster than other early game Pokemon.
Yeah, it's pretty safe. Like, we save for Brock because he can really troll you. Like, Onix has Bide, and
if he bites on this turn, it might actually be a problem.
okay, so I'm probably gonna die to Brock here.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
All I've got to do now is just fight.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's actually really good.
Yeah, so because we 3-shot the Onix, and he uses Bite on the exact turn that we bubble, like Bite has either 2-turn storage or 3-turn, and if he would unleash after 2 turns, then then we would die.
There's no way you don't die to it, because Bubble does so much damage, and he deals sort of double the damage. So
Yeah.
he actually tells us this here.
Yeah.
So this is the explanation for Bide. Brock says it better than we do.
Well, great. In one sentence, clear.
Yeah. Maybe we should get Brock here. I don't know.
Yeah. Join us for some commentary.
So that's the last time you're going to see Squirtle, hopefully, unless we bring him in to die for us. We're also going to set our options here to set, because we don't need to switch after every fight.
Yeah, so we don't want to see the extra text boxes where they ask us, do you want to switch?
Yeah, we buy 7 potions as well for safety. Hopefully we won't have to use many of them. Probably use 3, 4. Now I've said that, I'm going to use all of them. And yeah, we start Route 3. Basically, loads of bugs, but we don't have the risk that we had in Forest of getting poisoned, because Nidoran is a poison type, and a poison type can't be poisoned. Typing's going to come into this quite a lot, so it's great. We Leer to lower the defense of the Caterpie. Again, you can see 2 levels ahead of us.
And that's a great string shot. So what comes into play here now is, like when you beat Brock, you get the Boulder Badge, and that means it applies an extra effect that your attack will be boosted from your Pokemon. But this reapplies every time your stats get modified. Like any stat except the attack stat. So in this case, he lowers our speed, which means our attack boost by
9/8.
Yeah, 9/8. Yeah.
So our speed goes down by 1 stage, but then the badge boosts are just basically reapplied to every other stat. To the stats that have the badge boosts.
Yeah.
And that gives us the 9/8 boost to attack, but we're slower than the others. So like they get extra chances to attack us, but we're better. You lose those, so we lose it every time we level up or switch out.
Yeah.
So the fact that we get a string shot on each fight here is great.
Yeah.
Then it can allow us to finish them off with tackle, which can save us a horn attack for later. We have like a limited amount of horn attacks for this route.
Yeah, we want to get through a whole Route 3 mostly with using horn attacks, but we finish off with tackle to save horn attacks for later fights. It's not that strict, but it's still nice to save a few.
I'm gonna save here because shots. I would never usually save here.
Yeah, so the fight now coming up is called Shorts Guy, because here he says that he likes shorts. They're
Easy and comfy to wear. Easy, yeah.
But his Rattata's an absolute beast. Like this Rattata can annihilate us.
Like two crits, dead.
Yeah, like, and quick attack is his strongest move. So you can already see that that's quite a lot of damage.
It can tail whip as well, which also lowers our defense. So if he quick attacks or tackles here, you're gonna see like quite a lot of damage. Nice, but we've got 2 tail whips, so that's also bad. So our defense is really low now.
Yeah.
And Ekans, the next Pokemon, has Wrap, and Wrap usually does like 3. I think it's gonna do like 5, maybe more. Hopefully we don't find out.
And there's Wrap. So
5.
The problem with Wrap is that we cannot move in between Wrap. So for a speedrun, it's really slow to get wrapped, and then it also does a lot of damage. So we gotta heal in.
It can be anywhere from like 2 turns to 5 turns. So we got 3 turn there. Is it 2 to 5?
Yeah, 2 to 5. And then after 2, it's each time it's 50% that he does another.
Yeah.
Like continues another world.
So although we got Wrap, that was actually an okay fight.
Yeah.
You know, the best fights don't get Wrap. You wouldn't have to potion. You'd hope to take a lot of damage and get Red Bar, which we'll talk about when the Red Bar comes.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So yeah, this is a lot of the same. These fights are pretty much free, especially at this health. We just switch Horn Attack to the top and Horn Attack our way through. We're higher level than them now as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, 1. Poison Sting does 1 because it's not very effective. And yeah, pretty boring part of the game, to be honest.
Yeah, we're just gonna wing through this fight.
Yeah, it's to be honest, there's not a lot that can go wrong on Route 3, but there's a lot that can be slow.
Yeah, there's a lot that can be annoying. For example, this Kakuna could be a 4-shot. We get a 3-shot now, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Or you could maybe 2-shotters. If you get crits, that you can take things out in 1 shot on this route, and it saves so much time.
Yeah, we talked before about how crits ignore stats changes, and these Pokemon like Metapod and Kakuna use a lot of Harden. So if you crit, you ignore all these Harden defense boosts that they just got. So a crit is actually amazing on Metapod or Kakuna.
You also don't want to see too many.
That's a good one.
So like we're gonna 2-shot this now. You also don't want to see too many string shots from the others, because then you end up slower than the Metapod, and then that hardens first, and you know, you end up just basically chipping away at its health. This fight's pretty cool. So like the best case scenario on this fight is we get a string shot into a tackle. Anything else, like 2 string shots, is really bad. A tackle's fine.
Or maybe string shot into string shot fill.
Yeah, that's fastest.
Yeah, because then we get the badge boost again.
Okay, so we got the string shot.
Yeah, now we just need tackle.
So that actually, that's potentially the best into the worst.
Yeah, because now we're slower than the Metapod, and he will like harden, and it will.
So you'll see he's gonna harden first. Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll just crit.
We'll just crit.
Hit the crit switch. No. So we've got enough horn attacks that we can take him out. We'll probably end up with 0 at the end, so we can't use 1 on the bird. Although maybe not, we'll probably have 1.
Yeah, probably it's fine.
Yeah, he's pretty much a tank now. There we go. Yeah, so we've got 1 horn attack left. There's one of the birds, a level 8 Pidgey, that we use Horn Attack on, and it gets it to the health that we need to be able to catch it consistently.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to catch our flyer. We'll be using him a lot more from like the hour point. But we get him now because it's easier to catch.
Oh, okay. So the thing is,
It's 90% or 95%
95%.
to get a flyer in this grass.
Yeah, and there's only 5% slot for a Jigglypuff, and it just was a Jigglypuff.
If you get a Jigglypuff or two, you are blessed. The run is blessed. So we've been
yeah.
blessed by it. So we tackle this because it gets it to the level that it's good to catch from. So it should get in. It's like 90% to catch at this point.
Yeah. We have some extra Pokeballs in case it doesn't get in.
Yeah, that's one of the,
Not like this.
it's one of the reasons we buy extra balls. A little bit more pressure for Paris now.
I have 2 left.
Yeah. So Paris, Nidoran was an 8 frame window, and Paris is 4.
Yeah.
In a 60 frames per second game, it's sometimes hard to hit. With practice, it's easy, but in this setting, it's a little bit more nerve-wracking.
Yeah, you know, it's still a very short window, so there's always a slight chance.
Yeah.
Like
So-
you're missing.
So we had a pretty not good Brock time, but in a marathon, in a race style setting, it was a good time. We wasted it. We've seen a lot of time loss on Route 3 for just nothing really. Like
Yeah.
nothing really bad happened. It was just slow.
Yeah, it's just a Jigglypuff basically.
Yeah. So we're gonna go into Mount Moon
Yeah,
now.
the favorite place of every speedrunner.
Usually you see an encounter straight away, like, but you can't get repels until you get to the next town over. So
Yeah.
we've got to get through Mount Moon without repels. We've got some tools in our arsenal to help with that, but we don't see them until after the 2 trainers we're going to fight now.
Yeah.
If you see any less than 3 encounters here, up to the first sort of nerd, it's better than manipulating. But if you see more than 3, then you may as well manipulate it, because that's how long a manip takes. I'm going to kill a couple of level 9 Zubats for 138 XP. So we've got 69 XP.
69, haha.
That can help us. That can help us later on, or we can have that stolen from us at a certain point. So we'll get into that later. But XP helps us. It makes the run a little bit safer. But every time you get XP, you end up losing it anyway.
Yeah.
So
Like we do that just to level up before a few important fights.
yeah,
So,
like leveling up to 30 instead of 29 gets you even like an extra like damage boost, like attack boost. So
yeah.
you know, that's what the XP helps us to do, but it's not likely we're going to keep it. We'll point out the fight where we can lose it. This is probably a good time to explain trainer AI. Like you might not think like a Game Boy game would have AI for the trainers, so you'll notice that this Voltorb used Screech on the second turn. We didn't notice that, but I'll point it out. Like it will do that every single time. And for some reason they give him AI. Not every trainer has good AI, or AI in general, but certain trainers do. And you know, we're going to abuse that AI later on. So like we know that certain Pokemon use certain moves on certain turns, on the second turn. So we can use that to sort of to get, I don't know how to explain it, to sort of like to get the best out of the situation.
Yeah.
Basically, but that's again, you'll see that in like an hour's time.
Yeah, it will be a bit later on with like the bigger fights that are programmed to have good AI. But we kind of figure out how to use it in our advantage.
Yeah, it's just nice to sort of see it early on. I don't know why they gave it to him. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, this is the last, again, another free fight. But we need the XP to get up to level 16, which gets us to Nidorino.
Yeah, and after that, Mount Moon will be a little bit more pleasant because, like you've seen before,
Hopefully.
we did RNG manipulation to catch this Nidoran. But we can also apply that in Mount Moon. Like if we save at a particular spot and we, what's happening?
You guys see the chat?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Great. Okay, we can see the chat now. So please don't. Please
Yeah.
don't meme us. We can see. We can see you.
Let's go to gossip right from the start now.
Yeah. So
Okay,
RNG
hands off.
manipulation-
If you press B here, it stops
Yeah,
them
it's-
evolving, and
and that's pretty
yeah,
annoying.
we like to get to we get to Nidoking before we fight the next trainer.
Yeah.
So it actually robs you of 2 level ups, 2 evolutions. Right, so we're going to save here. As Araya was saying, we're going to manipulate no encounters until an encounter that we'd like, which is Paris, which we'll use as another slave.
Yeah, that's another slave.
So I'm going to, I don't know whether you want to talk. I don't want to talk during this.
Yeah, sure. So what we're doing here is, well, if we buffer all these inputs again, we walk frame perfectly like through a whole moon, and yeah, there are people in the community that found out through bots like how to find a path without any encounters. So he will be applying some A presses at particular points to delay the game, and and that will give us like the result that we want.
Can you explain IGT?
IGT, yeah. So there is a slight chance that the manipulation goes wrong because when you save the game, you can save on 60 different frames, and the manipulation does not work on all of these frames. So we usually express failure of manips in terms of a number out of 60. This also counts for the YOLO ball. Like there's 1 frame out of 60 that the YOLO ball does not work. So let's see. Oh, it worked. So we got our Paris now, and everything went right. So that's great.
I'm pretty happy to get that after failing
Yeah.
later on, yeah.
That's great. That's great.
It's half the window.
Yeah,
so.
like if you miss this Paris, he's actually pretty hard to catch. He's like a pretty difficult catch rate, even if you weaken it. So there also have backup manipulations we found. So
Yeah, so if we didn't get it, yeah, we
Yeah.
could have manipulated another one, but yeah, there's quite a lot of air presses in that as well. I don't know how many are in it. I just know where they are.
yeah,
So yeah, there are a lot harder manipulations that you can do that get Mega Punch, which is a move that we can use to sort of make the next bit of the game go a little bit more in our favour and faster.
yep. But it is less marathon save, so we're basically using it.
Yeah, it's like sort of it's a longer manip, so if you fail it, you've got to go back to the beginning, and it's like a minute and a half.
And you fight this fight with Nidoran, and
Yeah.
now with Nidoking. And if you get like
oh, nice.
confused, then it will be a problem. Like Zubat Supersonic is only 55% to hit, but if it hits, like it gives you a lot of trouble, especially if you're a Nidoran here.
Yeah. So yeah, we get to be Nidoking pretty much straight away because of the Moonstone. It's just really handy that we're able to pick one up in Moon and part of the manip, like on the way. So that's really cool. We're gonna we'll get to level 17 after this fight, but I'd like to kill.
Disable Horn Attack, of course.
So that's like what 25% to actually happen, and then like
Yeah.
25% to pick that move, and then and then it's like only 75% to hit. And,
You should step.
oh yeah, so
No,
I'm just tilted already.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. There's a bigger chance that our Horn Attack comes back before the fight actually ends.
So yeah, pretty annoying because you see it's just
Yeah.
still disabled. Disabled no more.
There
Great.
it is. So now we can actually continue to fight as normal.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often, but it tends to be in races where like you were already ahead and then you've got Araya right behind you.
Breathing in your neck.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he's out of Moon and you're still on this fight.
Yeah, like turns to attack in Pokemon take usually a lot of time. So if you have to take a few more turns to beat the fight, it might sound not like a big problem, but it actually loses a lot of time. So
We're gonna take some like weird steps here. Where the fossils were, can't generate encounters, so
Yeah.
we walk as much on those as we can
yeah.
and not get an encounter on the way out of Moon. So we didn't get XP, so we only killed the one. So
Only
we
killed
don't
one.
have that XP that we talked about. I should have taken that route.
Just a little bit earlier, level 20. So.
Yeah,
Right? What is, yeah, I guess.
It's a wonderful experience.
Yeah, chat, please.
My chat experience right now.
Yeah. Okay, we're coming to the worst part of the run.
Yeah. So basically, recently there has been a change in this category, where we could use a
Glitch.
no, not a glitch. This is glitchless. An exploit.
An oversight. Yeah.
So if you we don't have the bike voucher just to get a bike. So if we talk to the bike owner now,
Shady salesman.
yeah, he will tell us that we cannot get a bike, but the text on the last text box appears instantly, and when we leave the bike shop, it will stay on until we get into a menu.
So watch this rare candy pickup. Usually the text prints one frame, character per frame. That was instant, and we
Yeah.
keep that through all the battles.
Well, this
Hopefully.
fight can ruin it.
So we're hoping for no sand attack here. Sand attack lowers your accuracy down to 66%. So 100% accuracy move like horn attack becomes 66 out of 100 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Swaff found instant text accidentally. Find that video on YouTube. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's amazing. you have to watch the origin of instant text.
Okay,
He's like-
quick attack's good.
Quick attack is good because he attacks first, and on that move,
Oh,
on that
dear.
turn he will not use.
Doom hands.
Oh,
Nice.
so good.
So 2 sand attacks knocks you down to 50%. So it's literally a coin flip. So
Yeah.
to see no sand attacks there is a blessing, and that is Jigglypuff. I
That is
think.
Jigglypuff.
I think it's
Yeah,
Jigglypuff.
Yeah. It changed the RNG.
Bless the run.
So yeah, so if we get Sand attack, we gotta switch out and we lose instant text immediately, and it just costs a lot of time. Like Pokemon is highly text based, so it just costs a lot of time. It's great to keep the instant text as long as possible. What's happening in chat?
A lot.
Not like this.
We got
Yes,
growled.
Dolany.
We're not allowed to say the thing we usually say about Dolany on stream. So.
Yeah, we're not. You gotta use good.
Yeah, freaking Dolany. Heckin' Dolany.
So we still have instant text. That's great.
Yeah, look how quick this
Blah.
is. Let's fight quickly. No, come on.
Yeah.
Please.
Show me your box.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep it until the last fight on Nugget Bridge, the rocket, hopefully.
Yeah.
Really want to know what's going on in chat. Flipping
It-
Dolany.
it's mostly the guys behind us memeing.
Yeah.
Oh, Retro Tato in chat. Nice. Hello, Retro. And as the weed, Hassel.
All-
Now I gotta mention everybody.
All the boys.
All the boys.
Like we recently, like the past 2 or 3 weeks, we've been racing red online every day.
Yeah. Red races are so hot right now.
Like, it's just insane, man. So this Pidgey can stand attack as well, but
Yeah.
it's obviously not as destructive, but can cause us some issues.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a good crit. This Pidgey is normally a 2-shot, so.
So yeah, look, we've had quite a good bridge actually after
Yeah.
a pretty bad moon, 28 odd moon exit is.
It was 28? That's not
Yeah.
bad in a marathon, to be honest. It's pretty good.
It's like 2 minutes ahead of where I'd like to be in like a PB attempt. Like maybe.
Rocket hideout. What is that? I don't know that.
Nice. So these are ranges. So damage ranges in Pokemon, basically moves don't do the same amount of damage each time. They do like a range of damage, like from, it depends on your stats and
Yeah.
the move and the defense of the Pokemon. But like it might be that a Pokemon has 73 health and like our move does like 69 to 75.
Yeah.
So like we hope that the range that we do in that attack kills the Pokemon.
Yeah, and that Ekans was 50% to kill, and as you know, Ekans knows the move Wrap, which is really slow for speed run, so it's really good to get that range. No Sun attack.
No stand
Oops.
attack again.
Good.
Yeah, nice. So you'll see we finished off with Poison Sting as well. Like, you might think it's slow to change the move that we use. It's actually 0.9 seconds faster to use Poison Sting than it is to use Horn Attack. Because even though we've got animations turned off, you see how Horn Attack flashes there?
Yeah.
Poison Sting actually just shakes, and the shake's really quick. So like, it's just quite sort of like a nice little time save.
Yeah, and this move animation we also see very soon coming up with a new move that we will learn.
Yeah, and different animations. You get a shake and a flash. No, a flash, a shake and a
Like a
little
long,
shake.
a long shake and a little shake.
Yeah. Nice. We got a good. This monkey is brutal. It can do karate chop, which always crits.
Yeah.
Pretty much always.
Yeah, so karate chop, whether it crits or not, is based on base speed, and I don't know exactly how it works, but with Mankey it always crits because of his base speed.
Look at those stats. You know how we nipped the Nido? We got the best stats possible.
Yep.
Like,
I guess only speed is like 14, right?
speed's 14. It's 15 attack, 15 defense, 14 speed, 15 special,
Yeah.
and 13 health.
Yeah. That's more than enough. So.
Yeah. Like, you'll see later on that our health doesn't really matter to us much, and we like to keep it low.
Yep.
For now we haven't, just to be safe, but later on we'll see something really cool. So you'll see we've lost instant text now. That's because I had to use those rare candies to get to level 23, and that gets us the move Thrash
Yeah.
that Araya was just talking about. So we don't need to reselect the move, just little shake, dead, and it's like 100 power,
Yeah, or 90?
90.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, this early in the game, having a move that powerful that we don't have to reselect. I mean, it either goes for 3 turns or 4.
Yeah.
50-50 chance.
Yeah, Thrash is just the speedrun move.
Yeah.
You know, it keeps thrashing, and
It adds that little bit of risk as well, because if it's like once you finish Thrash, whether it's 3 or 4 turns, you're confused,
yeah.
and then you're 50% to hurt yourself in confusion.
Yeah, and it's pretty annoying that it's either 3 or 4 turns, because that makes us want to go for 4 turns in situations where it is actually pretty
Yeah.
scary if you do not get a 4 turn.
There's actually one fight definitely coming up where we need to get a 4-turn Thrash. Nice crit there. If we don't get the 4-turn Thrash, it's awful for us.
Yeah, and that fight is also specifically.
So that
called-
wasn't a 4-turn Thrash. So now what So now what I'll do is I'll switch to Squirtle.
Yeah, so
and,
Squirtle gets a little bit more fame now.
Yeah. So we use Bubble, we can finish the Geodude off. We don't need the XP. When we mentioned earlier that we would have had XP and then potentially lost it, that's the fight we could have lost it on.
Yeah.
But we didn't get it anyway. Start picking up elixirs. Like we tend to sort of pick up most of the items that we need other than the big shop. Like things like elixirs, full restores. And they just come in handy over the run. Elixirs are used to, if you don't, I don't know how much to explain, like elixirs like restore your PP.
Yeah.
So we don't have to go to a Pokemon Center again. We can just restore our PP and keep fighting.
Yeah. So PP stands for power points, which indicates how many uses of a move you have, which is of course pretty important during a speed run, because because you want to play as efficient with it as possible.
Bye, Hassel.
After you see the chat now,
What
what were
word?
the Paris DVs?
Yeah, I used the best move order. It's actually not the best move order, but you know. The best move order has Thrash in slot 2, Poison Sting in slot 4 until we get what? Bubble Beam? Yeah, Bubble Beam goes in slot 4.
Yeah, I guess I still use like a very old, comfortable.
A lot, yeah. So
Move
like
order.
the move order that chat's talking about at the moment, the move order that Araya uses and the move order that I use, all different.
Yeah.
So all like a lot of runners just use their own personal preference for move order, and it's just based on what you get used to, how you learn.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're coming up to the last fight on Route 25 now, on our way to Misty. Another awful fight that we've talked at length as to how we were going to handle. Still haven't decided. So the whole thing with Misty is it's a brutal fight, and
Yeah.
her Starmie can kill you quite easily with Bubble Beam, So we definitely going to send her. But the thing that makes it a little bit tricky is we want to get instant text as well, and we need to decide when we're going to get instant text. If we get it before, we can't save, and if we die, we lose half our money. It's slow. It's awful. We're really unlikely to die.
Yeah, really unlikely.
So it's faster to get instant text and just go for it. But for a marathon, do we play it safe and not go for it?
Yeah.
In chat, please.
Now let's chat discuss.
Discuss, yeah. You have all the information.
I predict that Hassel will not agree.
Just die and get the nugget.
Yeah, you see? Hassel's like, no save.
No save.
You get the nugget.
Just die and get the nugget. And then die again, and then what?
I think I'm going to save.
Yeah, obviously.
Just check how many badges I've got. Yeah, there we go.
Only one.
Soon to be 2. Okay, so I'm going to center. Usually in a PB attempt, you'd portion up to like 50. Like,
Yeah.
Depends, like how risky you want to be, and you heal sort of out of the range of a water gun crit
Yeah.
or one bubble beam non-crit. Bubble beam crit is going to kill you from that health. But the reason you do that is you can get into red bar, which we'll talk about later.
So
I
yeah.
wasn't getting instant text.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Let's just
now,
get it.
now gotta wing it, man.
Yeah, just wing it.
So yeah, it's more hype. It's more hype
It's
if
more
we
hype.
don't save.
More
Okay,
Okay, we're not gonna say.
we're not going to save. We're not going to save. But if we get
X
bubble beam or X defend,
You're alright. That's all between crits and speedballs, yeah?
we can also get wrecked on this fight.
Oh yeah, but then you save anyway. Like, okay.
Yeah. Let's just see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. We are really well prepared.
Very well. So now we have instant tech, so we're way faster for these. Songs.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's the worst thing. Into pack.
Yeah. So this guy is 1 in 3 to use supersonic, and if you use supersonic, it's only 55 to hit. So.
Sorry, chat. So we lose instant text now, but I'm not going into Misty with 63
Yeah,
health.
so the problem now is you cannot live a bubble beam crit anymore, or like a bubble beam speedfall into any move will just kill now. So yeah.
Is this evil story?
Is this evil?
These ill-advised strats.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thrash again. We're locked into Thrash. If we don't get 4 turn in certain scenarios here, we're knackered. That level 25 level up there, we need level 25 to outspeed Starmie, so we get it just in time.
Yeah. So a lot in this route is
Water
like
drop.
just like it's routed out really well.
That's good health.
That's amazing. So everything turned out pretty good,
Yeah.
even though Goldeen tried to ruin it.
So we've got to go and get instant text again. So this bit's a little bit slow, but that's fine. I can't see me time anymore, Paul. That's the problem with the chat in there.
42 minutes.
Wish I didn't know me time. It's probably a good thing I can't see me time.
Okay, now you get red bar by 46.
So we're gonna try again to see if we can get a bike.
Yeah. So please, Mr. Shady Salesman, can we have a bike?
Still no. Yeah, we see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's up.
Yeah.
No.
It's on the bookmark bar.
Just a little higher. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, great.
No, wrong
Great,
side.
great,
wrong
great.
Yeah.
side.
No. Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect.
No, bring it up. Yeah.
Now.
Oh, and now click on.
Now you're half and half. Tell me where it went.
Just click anywhere other than one of those 6 windows. There. Yeah. That'll do.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
We did it.
Wait.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
You don't need to see your game.
We've got the game there.
Yeah, I know, but I mean like, you see it like next to the chat, like this little. No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
He wants to go to bed.
What?
He wants to go to bed.
I'll be going at Bill. There we go.
Right, so after all that, we're finally going to down to see Surge via board. So we're coming up to the best instant text box that exists.
Yeah.
So blink and you miss it, it's coming up now, right?
Yeah, there's a hidden item.
There's a hidden item.
You can guess. Let chat guess. Let chat guess what we picked up.
What
And
is
no,
the item?
The Pokemon runners cannot reply.
What item did we just pick up? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Boxmeister already guessed.
Yeah,
it, so.
too slow chat.
Great. It's very low chance to get an encounter here, but this is a marathon, so we definitely get an encounter there. With instant text, it's a lot faster to get out of the encounter though. So
Did I get it right?
yes, though only.
Master Ball. Yeah, it's a full restore.
It's a forester.
We might not even use that full restore until the very last fight of the game.
Yeah. And until then, it actually just serves as a slot to fill up your item space in. Like, we will talk about this later more, but item management is actually really important in this game, because when your items are full, you like you cannot get more items, and this helps out a lot for gym leaders that will not give you the TMs anymore and saves all the text that they are explaining.
We can only have 20 items,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of, well, not a lot. There's a little bit of thought that goes into what we sell, what we use, what we buy, that sort of thing. That gets us to 20 items just in time.
Yeah. How did we just go?
So yeah, these fights at this health are free. Usually you would be in these fights at very low health. Hopefully low enough health that you've got the benefits of low health, but high enough that you don't die. All of those
Yeah.
Pidgeys no quick attack, which does 5. So like you can go into that fight with 15 health and die. You can go in at 17 health and die with crits. So yeah, we're off to see Gary again. Or Blue actually.
Yeah.
It's Blue and Red.
Yeah.
So we're gonna fight Blue again. He's got a bit of a more souped up team. His Pidgeotto from Bridge still no sand attack.
Yep.
Can still quick
Unfortunately.
attack. It's just more powerful now. Yeah, his Rattata, his Rattata is a Raticate.
And his Abra evolved.
Yeah, it's a Kadabra now. So we seeing that he's doing some work as well. He's obviously a speedrunner too, as he's here
Yeah,
already.
he's pretty fast.
He's the only one faster than us. So quick attack's good because we can usually kill him in 2 hits, and
Yeah.
quick attack uses up his turn.
So he won't use Sand Attack
Yeah.
anymore.
So we avoid the risk that we talked about before,
Yeah.
the sand attack. Right kick and Hyper Fang, which is
Yeah, that's fine.
fine. Okay, and then it's free from here.
Yeah. So, like, we use Trash a lot, but we couldn't use it like that early on the fight because, like, as we explained earlier, Trash goes 3 or 4 times, and if we use it on the Kadabra here, we use exactly 3 turns.
Sometimes 2.
Sometimes 2 if it crits.
Okay, so we're now
Now it's time to explain, right?
we are in Red Bar. So you notice how like the end of that fight was a little bit quicker. That's because of Red Bar. Red Bar skips a lot of jingles.
Yeah, like Pokemon cries when Pokemon are from the enemy are brought into the fight, level ups, stuff like that. When
Yeah.
you're in Red Bar, you skip all of that. So it's really fast and used a lot in Pokemon Red to go fast.
Yeah. So Red
But
Bar
it's-
is Red Bar is sort of when you're at really low health. It's 20.83%. 10 over 48, 5 over 24, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And you know that poses an obvious risk of we're at low health, so we're going to die more quickly. But the speed benefits, especially later on, where we're going to take Red Bar through the entire like sort of second half of the game. Not the full second half of the game, like the last sort of like third of the game.
Yeah, last 3 batches basically. Plus
And that saves like 2 minutes just being in Red Bar. No extra execution, just literally being in Red
it
Bar.
adds up so much, basically, at that point.
But early game, you don't really need it too much, especially not in a marathon, because the
Yeah.
benefits don't outweigh the risks.
It's just not worth it always. Like it's a trade-off usually, but in marathons, just not worth it. Like if you happen to get it, you just
You'd
gotta
use
go
it,
for
but
it. But if not, then it's like it's completely fine.
So there's a bit of item management gone on there. So if I had, did I get poisoned?
You did not.
No. So I'm going to sell TM34 as well. That's because if I didn't, I've got my antidote as well. I would have 21 items, and well, I wouldn't because you can't have 21 items.
Yeah,
Check the badges, definitely 2.
2 this time. Yeah.
Nearly. Did that in a race once. Okay. Tar bubble bint Squirtle, yeah. I forget where my cursor is so much, it's just lazy really.
So items that we use a lot, we also swap to the top
Yeah.
of the. Yeah, it's just more efficient because you use them a lot.
And we do it whenever we're scrolling down anyway, which we were there.
Yeah. We
Okay.
just combine a lot of these menus.
This is the 3rd manipulation of the run.
And the last.
And the last, yeah. We lose the best palette, purple palette. But because we lose it, we gain God cans.
Yeah, so we use the exact same strategy as before, where we know exactly what result we will get if we do frame perfect inputs, or buffered inputs in this case. And in this case that will mean that the first can, we always know which one it is. And the second one is also, yeah, we know it, but there is again this IGT where there are 2 out of 60 frames where it does not work on, so luckily it just worked.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Like, thanks to a lot of the efforts in the community, like people in the community, like Enderpinter that I mentioned before, they use programming to sort of bot the minips, and it basically uses a computer to. Nice. That's a range, and if you don't hit the range, then you can use Sonic Boom, which does 20, and I had 18 health, so I was at a risk to die there. But yeah, using computers to basically find the best path through the game, with those manips to sort of be the most consistent and the best.
And
So
we
thank
actually
you.
got a 4-turn trash here, which is pretty great.
Yeah, we would have switched out to Squirtle, and he would have died for us.
Yeah.
He's a good lad.
Yeah. And we actually end up having red bar now anyways.
So the red bar in this next section is not good. I didn't want to take it, but because I've got it, I'll lose it straight away anyway, so it's not.
So yeah, so like we talked about the advantage of red bar, but there are some disadvantages in the way that now we gotta save for some fights, which obviously loses some time as well. And if there would be an unlikely situation where we have to reset, then like all the advantages of red bar would be gone.
Yeah.
Basically. So let's see how that turns out.
Okay, so I think probably this time when we see the Shady Salesman, he'll have more forest than instant text. So we were laughing about this earlier because like
Oh yeah.
we literally talked to this bloke and he tells us about his Rapidash and how much he loves it, how it's spectacular and stunning, and then he gives us like like £1 million worth of voucher.
Yeah. and then all we do is like quickly just
Teleport-
take out of that house.
Teleport out of his house.
Yeah, and the animation is just so funny where you just are spinning and teleporting out. Like, see you later, man. But yeah, that's speedrunning for you.
So like, I was talking about sort of how like casually it's probably like this looks a lot faster than you would play casually, like, and that's just literally because of bike buffers. So like, I know that my bike is in the second slot, so I'm just buffering the inputs down to that second slot,
Yeah.
and it just instantly gets on it. It just saves like a fraction of time. But across a run, like, you do that 5 times, you've saved yourself like 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and it all adds up.
Yeah.
I saved for this fight.
This is the 4-turn trash fight that we talked about. She has 4 Pokemon, they all die in one trash hit, but yeah, we need 4 trash hits, and if we don't, then we will be confused on the last Pokemon.
We'll YOLO at once because we got the save,
Yeah.
and Hurt Self doesn't kill us, but the Bellsprout can put us to sleep.
Yeah. So let's go, and we got a
We
4-turn
got it,
trash.
yeah.
Nice.
So that's 50-50
So we get to keep Red Bar also. That's,
for now until the next fight after.
yeah. You want to take a hit from Fenelon?
So yeah, Araya, in sort of attempts where you want to go as
Yeah.
fast as possible, you would manipulate Red Bar off the fight after this, and Araya has famously died to that fight. In fact, the last
yes.
everyone has, to be honest. The last race we did, 3 of the 6 people racing died to that fight.
This is actually still red bar, by the way. That's interesting.
Yeah. It's 20.83 and we've got 20 out of 97, so
So we're basically on the edge.
we're just on the edge.
So more time save. That's good.
I'm just gonna, yeah. Judge me, chat. Bring it on. I took a slow.
Watch Hassel be the first one to judge.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's flat.
Okay.
Somebody else is judging here.
Anyone remember Rock Tunnel? Did they use Flash? We don't need Flash.
Hey, you didn't get Flash. What happened?
Yeah. You need to catch 10 Pokemon to get Flash, and then go back to Pewter after you've got it, and we don't have Fly. So we just learn the route through Rock Tunnel in the dark, it's just better.
Yeah, so this is the famous Cubone. Like, if you have a lot of health and you want red bar, you could, like, take a hit from Cubone. But somehow this Cubone, like, crits a lot, and if he does, he cannot even kill your flyer with ground types, because his only attacking move is Bone Club.
So you have to kill the Cubone,
Yeah.
and then the Slowpoke comes out and kills you anyway. So you don't even get through the fight, you have to go all the way back
Yep.
to
To your last save state, which is Scans.
or back to Cerulean. But then you've lost half your money and you've got to do some,
Just do no extracts and thrash this.
yeah. Yeah, if you thrash this, he doesn't die, and then he uses Confusion, and then you get Red Bar if you're lucky. If you milk.
That's good.
Do I save?
Sure, yeah.
So this Oddish, if we got XP and Moon and didn't lose it on the Hiker, would have been guaranteed. But because we're level 29 and not 30, it's the tightest range. If it doesn't die, you'll see that it lives with just the tiniest little bit of
It's
HP.
basically a coin flip.
And the moves he's got, it can put you to sleep, or paralyze.
Nice, we don't have to
Oh,
do
we
with
got
it.
Didn't even
Yeah,
know
it's
that.
like either sleep, paralyze, poison powder, or absorb. Poison powder will do nothing because we are poison type, but stun spore or sleep powder is obviously absolutely terrible. So
You end up having to use your full restore, end up having to get another item to fill that slot. You know, you need to pick up another full restore for the last fight we talked about.
yeah, and because we're in low health, after sleep power, she would spam absorb. That's kind of a good AI thing there.
No,
No,
not in this gen.
no, she spams absorb.
In Gen 2, there's no like AI with low health in this gen.
Oh no, not because you're low health, but if you are to sleep, like the Oddish will notice that you are already at sleep.
Really?
And, yeah, and then will not use status effects anymore. So like
Alright.
no stun spore, no.
So we thrash this. Hi, Hammer.
Yeah.
Like I've learned more stuff like that this week. You think you know, and then no. There's like
Yeah,
another 10
there's-
things that come along.
There's always something new. Like there's so much to this game that's actually ridiculous.
Yep, correct.
Oh my god, that's so smart. Quick maths.
So this is the last fight in Rock Tunnel anyway. We're through.
New memes. And so we're almost through Rock Tunnel.
Yeah, we're like just off Red Bar as well, so it's like quite a tease. We'd like to have it because these fights are free, but the next couple of fights after this aren't free.
Actually, Pidgey might help us into Red Bar again. Like, because Pidgey has quick attack, so if he uses it, and he does, he brings us back to Red Bar.
With a crit. Nice. So we're Red Bar for the next fight. Fight after?
Like, yeah.
I don't want to be. I didn't want to be.
Like, yeah, it's an unintentional Red Bar for the marathon, but it's actually, yeah, it saves time, so why not?
Yeah, we're going to be coming back through here later, so it's quite nice that we come through here and get the fly point, but we'll see you later, Lavender Town. Fight.
Monkas.
Yeah, Lavender Town is the place I'm actually worried about. So, yeah, we do a weird strategy on this fight. So usually, if you're gonna thrash a fight, you'd thrash on the first Pokemon because then you get the most out of it. But we Bubble Beam that to be safe because Thrash is a range for Growlithe. So we thrash for only one Pokemon. So it wastes time, wastes a few frames over just thrashing Growlithe, but let's be safe.
Your health is actually pretty good now.
Can I have like silence for the next like? I need a sound cue for the next thing and.
Got it, nice. Thanks. Yeah, so in
So
the
like-
middle of this underground is an Elixir, and there are 2 ways to pick it up.
Yep. If you lose where you are, it's awful. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 ways to pick it up though. What were you saying?
Yeah, so like Legend uses a sound cue here where he knows at what note he has to press A to pick up the Elixir, or you can kind of count the bike pedals and go down at the right moment.
Yeah.
Just, stop 5 short, press it, and then
Yeah, that's the other strategy.
So yeah, we know these songs quite well, and I feel sorry for our hotel room neighbours hearing us like singing the bike theme and
Yeah.
let's not talk about that. So we basically do the big shop here. I didn't look where she went. It's fine. We do the big shop here. We spend all the money we've earned and not lost to deaths on a few things that we'll need for the rest of the run. Bought some super repels to get us to the end of the game. Bought some super potions to help with the Elite Four. A Pokédoll for a not glitch, which you'll see shortly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're literally going to be going into like the Elite Four with like super potions and like 1 full restore.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane, but it's rooted to the point where it's like safe.
Yeah.
Not accidentally ice beam it. So we give this girl a Soda Pop for TM48, which is Rock Slide. We literally only need it for like 4 fights.
Yes.
And it's just the best move to deal with Ghastlies. They die in 1 hit to it, but it's not 100% accurate.
Yeah.
How accurate is it? 90?
It's 90%, yeah, like a little bit less, like 89.9 some. I think it was 89.97, something like that. Well, that's too precise. It's approximately 90, so. But yeah, it's only for these Ghastlies, and yeah, it's pretty annoying. You can die there if you miss 1 Rock Slide. The Ghastlies know Nightshade, Confuse Ray, and Lick, and all these moves are pretty annoying. Like Lick can paralyze you. Like it's the best if he uses Lick and does not paralyze you. But obviously Confuse Ray is really annoying, and if you're below 24 HP, then Nightshade also kills you, because Nightshade does the exact damage of the level of the user, which is 23 for the first Ghastlies.
So pretty awful fights. So I'm not looking forward to those. But we get Fly for now. We're going to do some menu ordering for later in the run. So we'll stick our super repels at the top. We'll teach TM48 to get through those fights we've just been talking about.
Yeah, so we're basically just ordering all items around now to get everything at the right spot, or not everything yet, but like everything we bought now, and yeah.
X items as well. You probably didn't see in a casual run, but we use them quite extensively in speed runs. They're broken, especially X accuracy, which we'll see at the top of the tower.
Yeah.
What health am I on? Do you know? I didn't know.
17. That's fine. Like you even survived a crit, I think.
It's fine to die now because
well done,
we've.
it's fine.
But it's fine to die now because
Yeah.
we spent all of our money.
Yeah.
So it's only slow.
exactly.
Only slow.
Yeah.
Speed runs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, so X items is something really important in I think every Pokemon generation. Like you use them a lot to set up for fights and just win the rest of the fight. And indeed, X accuracy in Gen 1 entirely skips the accuracy check, which we will be using for an interesting feature later on.
This is Glitchless in the loosest form. So yeah,
Great fight.
yeah,
Absolutely great
nice
fight.
fight. 21 health, not red bar, and it is red bar, but it's not good enough for the next fight. So there's a couple of ways you can deal with it. You can potion, or you can save. Save loses your repel, and that causes problems later.
If you have to reset, yeah.
If you have to reset. Potion still doesn't stop you being paralyzed, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, just save it.
Probably save. I'd usually save in a race unless I was behind Oriah.
We have a lot of rivalry going on lately in red races.
Yeah.
It's so fun, actually. TBAs, IMO.
NGL. Okay, so rock slide hits, which
That's
is
great.
good.
It's great. Like if it hits, you know it dies, so that's good. And even if we would die on this Gasly, where?
Ah.
So even if we would die here, we could try to finish him off with Paris.
So which we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So what we do here is we're gonna send Paris out, talk about our slaves,
Yeah.
and we're gonna use dig.
Better not paralyze this one. Okay.
Oh no, it didn't.
Good.
So Nightshade misses because we're underground.
Yeah, that's actually
Then we
really
use
good.
dig.
Now we just don't want confuse Ray. And we get
Why say it? Why say it?
I just...
That's if you hit yourself in the wrong way, you can't hit.
Okay, snap out.
Confuse them.
Oh man. Okay. Okay, we have to survive only... Yeah! You did it! Did it! Paris the hero!
Thank you, Paris. Thank you. So even though we're dead now, and even though Paris is paralyzed, we're really lucky. And the reason that we use Paris to finish that fight is we get a free heal. We get to use the heal pad.
Yeah.
If I may interject with a small announcement.
Yeah, yeah.
As you may have noticed, to you that are here, we have shut the door to the rest of the house. That is because we're slowly moving officially into our night shift. And because there are people that are about to fall asleep literally on the next rooms to us, I'd like to ask for as little noise as possible.
No more clapping?
At least no more clapping.
No more clapping.
Okay.
Okay, no more clapping,
You
guys.
can do like something like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay, so you can see we're full health and alive, and
Yeah.
everything's good.
Yeah, the heal pad fixes like our problem that we
Yeah.
had. So Paris is basically the hero here and keeps the run alive.
And then this is the last fight that we're going to use Rock Slide on, so just be nice and then we can get rid of you and we get the best move in the game. Horn Drill. You'll notice I bought TM07 in the big shop. That's Horn Drill. And that is a one-hit KO move. That if you're faster than the Pokemon that you're using it on, it will always sort of kill them. But it's 30% accurate. Yeah, I forget words. It's 30% accurate, which is obviously no good for a speed run. But X accuracies are so broken in Gen 1 that they basically just take out the concept of missing completely.
Yeah, it just skips the accuracy check. And this is also a nice moment to talk about Gen 1 misses. So
Should probably mention what's just happened first. So we used the Pokédoll to get out of the fight with Cubone. Didn't teach Honda.
Yeah, you can do it after this
Yeah,
one.
So usually you'd need to go to the
Rock and Hide,
to the game corner and get the Silph Scope to actually reveal that it's a Cubone. Pokédolls exit a battle with the win condition, and that's its intended feature, but the developers forgot to turn that off for that fight.
Yeah.
So we actually end up winning that fight in the eyes of the game, so it lets us past even without the Silph Scope.
Yeah. So it does exactly what it's supposed to do.
So it's not a glitch.
So it's not a glitch, but it works out very favorable for us where we can like skip a sequence here. Yeah. So about general misses. So
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
we just mentioned that X accuracy skips the accuracy check, and when it actually checks accuracy for a 100% like accuracy move, what's going on?
What's
Apparently, Floods is nodding loud. You're not here, Floods.
Yeah, I'm not here.
He's saying back and face over.
Yeah, so for a 100% accuracy move, it is supposed to be 100%, but it checks if the accuracy is a value of higher than 0, and it has 256 values, but it does not include equal to 0.
So it's 0. It can roll 0 to 255,
Yeah,
but it
and-
checks if it's more than 0.
Yeah.
So like 0 isn't included, but it can roll 0.
Exactly.
So if it rolls 0, you miss even though it's 100%.
Yeah.
But X-Ax even take that away.
Yep. So,
So-
in X accuracies you cannot even general miss. It just skips the check entirely.
We actually saw the use of X accuracy there for that fight. So we used 2 horn drills. Neither of them missed.
Yeah.
You know, it's it just makes that fight go so well. Like obviously we're not in like a dangerous level of health that we would die, but it's just quicker.
Yep.
We thunderbolt this rare tear as well. Because if we don't hit the next range with Thrash, so the Raticate, we would be relying on a 4-turn Thrash, which is obviously 50-50. We got it. We're not allowed to clap. So yeah, there's Lavender Tower out of the way. It was a sketchy time, but we're through without a death still. Well, without a reset. We died, but not in a meaningful way. So now we get the Porky Flute. Porky Flute lets us wake up Snorlax. So yeah, Porky Flute.
Has to be like, that's why you say for Sabrina.
Okay, so this is where the recent route improvements, I say recent, in the last like 6 months, start to come into effect. We used to go to Safari Zone at this point and get Surf and the Gold Teeth for strength, but now we go to Silphcore first. So we're going to go and see our rival again.
Yeah, and the reason we sent her there is because we restore our PP, while we also set the war point to the center in Celadon City, so every time we dig out we just like end up in Celadon City, which is a really nice and central point for the rest of the run. So
And yeah, we go here, as well as the other route improvements. We skip a trainer that we used to fight in here to get some useful items. We'll be seeing those items later. It was an optional trainer, so by fighting Giovanni first, we get all of the rockets to go, and he was a rocket, so
Yeah.
the trainer that we would have had to fight to get past is just gone. So we get the items for free.
Yep.
But it puts us into this situation.
yeah, so we don't have Earthquake for this fight now, and this guy has an Arbok. Earthquake would kill it instantly. We have to use Trash now, which gives the Arbok at least 1 turn. And one of the moves that Arbok knows is Glare, and it would just be really annoying.
Instant
if we get that.
paralyze.
And
Of course we get it.
it's just how it goes.
So paralyze makes you slower, and then you can also have a chance to be fully paralyzed, meaning you won't make a move. Luckily we have that full restore that we picked up, but we're going to need to fill that item slot. We're going to fill it with another full restore.
Yeah.
I went through a phase of getting revives, and yeah, took a bit of abuse for it, so none of that, peer pressure and all that. But there's a really luckily there's a full restore in the Safari Zone we can pick up before the actual 20 item count thing matters.
Yeah, and we don't even have to go like very out of the way for it. It's
like
1
4 or
step
5
out of the way.
steps, yeah. No.
2, maybe.
And it's on the bike,
Yeah.
so it's not even a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so rival again. You'll see things have evolved quite some. This fight is safe for us completely. There's a few things that we want to happen. I'm not going to talk about yet. But in a PB attempt, one that's behind anyway, what you would do in this fight is you would actually manipulate Red Bar off the Gyarados. And yeah, it's really risky. He's got like a 16% crit rate. Ish.
The Gyarados?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Or was it 13? Well, yeah, something
It's,
like
it's
that.
slightly lower than Nidoking.
Yeah.
It's like one step lower. And
Yeah, so it's pretty risky. And after that, you have to survive more fights while being on low health. So.
yeah, so you like sort of, it saves like 40 seconds, which again is a lot in a world record level run, but it adds so much risk. So much risk, so obviously we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
We take the free one, which is one hit KO. X-Arc, X-Speed to make us faster than everything, and then just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see Alakazam now.
Yeah, and Alakazam is a really fast Pokemon, so it's
Yeah.
really nice that we can use an XP there to be faster than Alakazam.
Quite a lot of the times we use an X-Speed, it's Alakazam.
Yeah, especially on Viridian Rival, I guess. Like Alakazam and Pidgeot are the only Pokemon that are faster there.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so we threw that rival. That one's free. Next fights are free, but again, we want something to happen that we're not going to talk about yet. So yeah. Just see how they go. All these fights, like this and the next one, it's just X-Arc, Hondrill, that sort of thing. They're just free. Like you can see, like when we talked about earlier, like Nidoking tears through the late game.
Yeah.
It's because of this.
Yeah, so we restore PP there again.
Yeah, so we need the Hondrills. We use all 5 of them on the fight before. It's slightly quicker to do it in the fight. There's other reasons we do it in the fight.
Yeah. And
We usually wouldn't if we had the right amount of health. But
yeah, and the only reason we use the Elixir there is for the Hornbills.
Yeah.
Hornbill is such an important move that it's like literally worth to use an Elixir just for that.
yeah, and elixirs are like a really like rare item. Like you pick up 5 of them in the route.
Yeah.
You know, and we're using them just for that one move.
Yeah.
So Giovanni, you'll notice how Giovanni says like, "Oh, you again," and this is the first time we've actually seen him. That's because we skipped the game corner with the
Yeah.
Pokédoll. So he thinks he's seen us before, but no, he's mistaken us for someone else.
Yep, exactly. Another guy with a cap and a
Yeah,
backpack.
maybe even blue. Focus energy, please.
No damage, nice.
Sick. High health is good.
So good. Accidentally Thunderbolt Rhyhorn strats or...
Yeah. Oof. We meant to use
Oh,
Bubble
wrong
Beam on
move.
that.
Oh damn, Horn attack.
Oh, that's fine. We can just use it.
Yeah, yeah. It's completely fine. It's only 1 turn lost, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Cool. So that's Giovanni down. Again, another free fight. And he gets rid of the rockets for us. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and pick up a Rare Candy and TM32, which is Earthquake.
26, right? Or
TM26, yeah. We're going to pick up ATM.
yeah, ATM.
It's been a long
That has
day.
Earthquake.
It's been a long day, and it's
Yeah.
going to be a long night. What's TM32? It's not Tombstone.
I have no idea. Like I have no idea what 32 is. Someone look up what 32 is. Now we want to know. Double team.
32 is double team in the Safari Con to
Oh.
tackle.
Tackle, yeah. Tackle is one of the guys in the community that does not speedrun, but he knows everything, and
He knows
watches
more than you.
And he knows everything and watches everything. So
He knows like as much as a top runner, but he's never even touched the games.
yeah,
We love you, Tackle.
we love Tackle.
Okay, so now we go to Safari Zone. We've got all the items we need for now. We've got the Poker Flute, so we can wake up this big boy. Wakey wakey big boy. So we swapped some more items up, just because we're going down past them anyway.
Yeah.
Such a catchy tune.
Da, 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 da. It's supposed to wake you up.
Yeah, everyone should be awake next door now. So yeah, we just run from Snorlax, like,
Yeah, and it's pretty funny that we run from him and he suddenly is not there anymore.
yeah,
Like, we were the one running from him, like, not him from... Nah.
he doesn't run. Okay, so we're gonna get a rare candy here.
Nice.
Nah, there's a safer way to get it, but
Side candy is for douchebags.
it just looks bad, so. So yeah, we pick up. We,
There are too many people in this room that do side candy, so I cannot.
so yeah, we pick up some like hidden items while you're moving down on the bike automatically. Like we're not even moving. It's quite difficult.
Hello, Quay.
Hello, Quay. Who are these guys? Imagine.
LegendEater, Araya, Milk, Dolony, Floods, Wartap, Hollister, Boxmice.
Round of applause.
Oh, I did the wrong menu.
It's fine.
Okay.
Just wing it.
Yeah, man, it's fine.
You're just gonna start saying that from now on.
Yeah, I find it so funny when you say it.
So goodbye, Thrash. We're also going to use the PP up. Guess which move on? Horn Drill. So we now have 6 Horn Drills. That's going to come in really handy in the late game. Later in the game. We're in the late game, really. We used to bike around these, but now our menuing's a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Just in general, as a community. So we just cut the
Nice.
cut the bushes. I know you wasted 2 frames that you saved by taking the extra step, so fine. Okay, so Safari Zone, you know, repel, it's just free. We just get through all of it without encounters. And we're going to pick that full restore up that we talked about earlier, just for safety. So it's over here. How many badges now?
Should be like 3.
3? Yeah.
Yeah. The
I'm-
funny thing is you have checked every time.
So like you're not actually meant to open your trainer card, I'm just lazy and don't remember where my cursor is, so yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. We're gonna go and get we're gonna go and get the gold teeth now. The poor warden's lost his teeth and you can't understand him until you give him his teeth. And yeah, he's the warden of the Safari Zone. Oh, nice. So yeah, we pick up the gold teeth. We're going to give them to him for HMO4. We also get HMO3, which is Surf from this book.
And by now our inventory has reached 20 items.
Yep.
Yeah, and from now on we will just not get the TMs anymore from the gym leaders.
Check
And
the amount of Pokemon.
what?
Just check how many Pokemon we've
Yeah,
got.
yeah, a few. Oak will be proud.
You need to walk a more grass, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to Koga. Probably casually you fought Urka before Koga. Urka goes a lot better later on. You get the special badge boost from Blaine. From Koga.
Special is from Blaine, yeah, right? Or wait, or did it? Yeah, it's from
From
Blaine.
Blaine.
What does Koga give? Like they swapped it around.
Yeah.
Right? Like they meant to do a speed badge boost on search,
Yeah.
but it is defense.
He actually says that it's speed as well.
Yeah, but it
gives
is.
defense.
But you get the defense badge boost, and then on Koga it's meant to get the defense badge boost, but you get speed from him.
So yeah, Gen 1's thrown together with string and sellotape, as you saw from Milk's run. So yeah, these fights are free. The next fight after this is a little risky. It can only kill us with a crit.
Floods and
Alright, okay.
There's a lot of memeing going on.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
A lot of it's going over my head because I'm just watching
Yeah.
this. But so yeah, this fight is only risky if he crits. Just doesn't really matter. We'll not play around that.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah. So, yeah. So we're just gonna earthquake this. This dies straight away. Hypno. He doesn't die unless it's a crit, and then he's got confusion, which is a really, really strong move.
Yeah.
And if it lovely,
Well,
lovely.
okay. We crit Hypno, so we don't have to deal with anything
that's
he
fine.
does.
So we're not gonna die now. We're confirmed not to die. This next fight's free. Pretty. Yeah, we'll use an elixir in this fight just to be sort of fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, free other than that.
Yeah, but these Pokemon are weak to ground moves.
Yep.
So Earthquake just wipes them out pretty quickly. Luckily we have 4 Earthquakes and he has 4 Pokemon.
Yep. Okay. So I need to use an elixir now, but that's fine. Okay. This could be trouble.
And
Oh, he crit!
critical! He died. No.
Okay.
Wait, you still won? How is that possible?
Yeah, we won. We won.
Okay, well good.
He died too. He self-destructed. That's fine.
Okay, so this is a strategy where Nidoking really shines, because the moves that Weezing has are mostly not very effective against Nidoking. So the only thing that he can use is self-destruct. And you know we talked about Red Bar before, and what happens when we use Rare Candies on Nidoking? We slightly revive the Nidoking, and we get in Red Bar actually for a big part of this run now.
Hopefully until the Elite Four we keep the same red bar that we've just got. So we've got 10 health. We're going to be fighting 4 gym leaders, 2 Elite Four members in red bar, and another rival. Pretty intense. So I don't know. I'm trying to dig to Mam.
Yeah,
I don't
that-
know, yeah.
We could do it in his house, I guess.
Yeah. So we need surf, so we'll teach that now. We'll use a repel now, and then we'll teach surf to our good old friend Squirtle. And then we can basically just go to Cinnabar Island, where we can pick up the secret key to get into Blaine's gym. Allows us to then go and fight Blaine and answer all of his tricky questions and.
Yeah. So all these gym leaders will usually go pretty quick because we have a red bar, and we have enough knowledge about these fights to be pretty safe with red bar. So.
This part of the game is quite cool. This movement I'm about to do, if I don't mess it up, is actually perfect. If I take any extra steps here, my repel's going to wear off, and I'll have to use it again so as not to get killed in red bar by anything. Yeah, so if I walk perfectly up to the tile where I pick up Blizzard, our next TM, I'm able to use a repel on that menu as well, and save a menu. But, you know, sometimes I don't get it because I'm bad. It's not actually that tense, like, everyone's gone silent, but it's fine, like, movement in this game is easy.
Yeah. Just don't know what to say. Yes.
So yeah, here's Blizzard. If I was to take one more step from here, it would wear off. So I teach Surf, Strength, since we're already down here. And then I'm able to teach TM14. And because Gen 1 pops you back up to the top of the menu after you use the last item in a stack,
Yeah.
I'm able to get to me repels without scrolling. So you'll see now that we teach Blizzard and we just use a repel, then off we go again.
Yep.
No text box, nothing. It's great.
Yeah, it's pretty well optimized. Actually, we combine so much stuff in each menu every time, just to limit the times
Yeah.
we open the menu.
just really efficient. It's great, and a lot of work's gone into that from like certain members of the community. So many, like Exarian came up with that. Like, there's just so much like community that goes into this game. Like, everyone finds little things, and then like other people use them in their runs, and we argue over what's faster and what's better, and have a grand old time.
Like a lot of risk reward management.
Yeah. So we're gonna go and see Erica now. Her fights are free, apart from the fact that Blizzard can miss. So we sort of introduce a move into our move pool that is 90% accurate.
Yeah.
Much like
actually,
Rock Slide.
yeah, actually Blizzard's pretty overpowered because it's such a strong move, and in this generation it is 90% to hit.
How much power does it have?
I thought it was 120.
Oh, I thought 120.
Yeah. And so it's pretty strong, but in later gens it's only 70% to hit, but here 90, so it's pretty good.
So we tend to only use it on Pokemon that can't kill us anyway. So we don't use it on a couple of Erica's Pokemon, as if we miss, they've got moves that do a lot more than 10 health.
Yeah.
10 damage. So, we use Earthquake on those. It's a little bit slower because of the sort of changing of moves. Right, but, it's so much safer. Like, even in PB attempts we do that. But we can miss the Blizzard on the Tangela, and the Tangela can only do like 1 or 2 damage. I've seen people die to the Tangela.
Yeah, it's like the only thing that kills you there is 5-turn binds, because it does 2 each time, so 2 times 5, yeah.
Which is the same as Wrap, like you don't always get that amount of bind.
Yeah.
Okay, so we missed, and we got
Constrict,
Constrict, which is just 1.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Blizzard
Nice.
Blizzard PP isn't tight, we can afford to use it. We've only got 5 PP, but we use it so sort of rarely.
Yeah.
We just... There's actually, Worcester has actually rooted out Iceless moves completely, so we don't even use Blizzard at all in that route.
Yeah.
But it's just smoother with it.
Yeah, and like originally we used Ice Beam, which is 100% accuracy move. But yeah, people in the community found out that Blizzard is, well, first of all faster, but second of all also kind of safer, because the only fight, like there's one fight where you get a one shot where else with Ice Beam you would not, and that's actually really important Pokemon to one shot. And all the other Pokemon where you can miss Blizzard on, it doesn't really matter. So.
Okay, so now we've got Blaine questions. I forgot Blaine questions. There we go. They're the same every time. It's A, B, 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 A, B.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of text. It's a lot of people consider this the most boring part of the run.
Yeah, like me. I hate it.
A lot of Arise consider it the most boring part of the run. But it's just mashing, really. Like top runners, like they're getting sort of like
They buffer a lot of stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and their mashing is just like better. So they're getting through this bit like 5 seconds quicker than sort of me probably here. But I'm just playing it safe, because like you can sort of mash too quickly, accidentally answer the wrong, like give the wrong answer, and then you have to fight a trainer.
Yeah. So you see his
Dolany.
cursor is still on
Where's Dolany?
on yes. Oh, he's actually doing it's actually outside. But
You ready for this on, guys?
so you see his cursor is still on yes there, even though the answer is no, and yeah, you can do it with B. So. Well, that's probably too basic to explain.
Yeah, like it doesn't move. It's every question is yes.
But especially this one is yes.
I forgot to try this. We'll go first. So this one, TM28. I don't know which TMs are which, so I'm just gonna guess. It's not Tombstoner. There we go. Good.
It was yes. It was Tombstone.
Okay. There's something cool on Blaine, so I hope we see it. We don't always see it. Blaine has got items and good AI. So he can either use agility on Growlithe, or he can use a super potion, even at full health.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is one of the fights where the good AI
Super
kicks
potion,
in. Yeah,
full
two
health.
always. So where the good AI kicks in, and because agility is a psychic move, and psychic is super effective against poison, he will just spam agility, even though agility does nothing except boosting his own speed.
So it's
You will
completely
still
safe to
just
set up.
yeah, you will still just spam it. It's just a weird way of programming good AI, but it's actually so useful for
Yeah.
us to use in this one.
It's like sort of the limitations of the Game Boy back then. Like it's a really smart way to do it, but we abuse it a couple of times. On Blaine, on the next rival fight. Yeah. Hi. Yeah, man.
Oh wait, this is. How far are you guys? How far are you guys?
We just beat 6 gym badges.
Oh, nice. So how much time do you have left, Victor?
How much time left?
Like 20
Like
minutes.
20
in this
minutes,
run,
yeah.
and then we go all night for the rest of the runs. Yeah, we're off to see Sabrina now. Only scary if you're paper guy and you Gen 1 miss, and yeah, but usually fine. Earthquake's 100%. So
Wait, so how is this all connected? Wait, how? Wait, so.
it's a GameCube with a Game Boy Player attachment
Right.
connected to a Game Boy Advance SP.
Okay.
Used as a controller.
Connected for. That's quite something.
That's in general how GBA and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just to record it.
Yeah, it's
I'm surprised you still have like an original copy of the game. Like.
we've got like
Quite rare.
we've got like 6 in the room.
Fair enough,
We've got
fair
6 reds, 3 golds, 5 sapphires.
Backup cards,
2 moons,
everything.
yeah.
enough.
I have 35 pounds. Will you give me a copy?
I'll pull it out of the.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, take this one. Take mine. So yeah, Sabrina's free.
Hey, Snort.
Hi Snoms, good luck.
Good luck, Snort.
Cardboard Cube 74 not even here. Shame.
Not paper guy.
Not paper guy. We're gonna see a cool little optimization here as well. We're gonna dig out from the teleporter because look how quick that animation is.
Yeah.
It's actually quicker to walk to it, and then and use dig on the teleport than it is to just use dig straight in front of Sabrina. It's quite cool. And now we're off to Giovanni's gym, which can pose a threat in the form of black belt.
Yeah, Black Belt is the real gym leader here.
Yeah,
Basically.
Giovanni's free.
Yeah.
Black belt is very not free. I've lost PB attempts to black belt, as has every other red runner.
Yeah. Yeah, so the thing is, like, this red bar setup is pretty safe throughout most part of the run, but there are a few fights that it's not, and Black Belt is one of them. Like, he can use one move to kill us, so we're basically just hoping he's not using it.
So we're gonna save for him, and if we die, we'll just reset. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Because we have to set up one X item on him, so.
Yeah, we give him 1 turn, literally. Like, I haven't pressed up for save. I just keep forgetting that you can.
Like, when you talk, like, you are not focused on all the
Yeah.
things.
So yeah, we use an exact to make our horn drills always hit. Gives him the 1 turn that he needs to kill us. He's got 1 move that can like definitely kill us, another that can maybe kill us,
Clear.
and there we go.
Right. We actually haven't died yet, right? Except Koga.
Yeah, and Ghastly.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't.
That didn't count as a
That
death.
doesn't count. Like we didn't wipe or reset.
Yeah, there's a 149 run on the leaderboard that has that same situation where Paris kills the Ghastly, so it's not that slow.
Which one is it?
Kisra.
Kisra.
So what we do now is we go away. So you saw Black Belt walk down to us.
Yeah.
We go out of the gym and back in to reset his position because it's quicker than spinning. We use another one of those valuable elixirs,
Yep.
and then we can just basically walk past the place that Black Belt was and onto Giovanni. So yeah, Giovanni we just spam Earthquake. There's 1 range that we may or may not hit, and if we don't hit it, it doesn't matter because he can't kill us.
Yeah, it's again of good AI. He will spam a ground move, which is Fissure, but because Fissure only works when you're faster than your opponent, and like Rhydon is definitely not faster, so.
So yeah, just it's so lucky that the ranges in this game and the things that we can miss just can't kill us. And that's what makes Blizzard so safe. Because even if you miss it, it just doesn't matter. So yeah, after this we've got all 8 gym badges and we're off to the Elite 4. Still with the same red bar that we got from Koga. So yeah, saves like 2 minutes over not having it. It's great, and no risk at all, as you've seen. So this is the ride on. We use Blizzard. Might die.
Might die. It
It doesn't die.
And there's the
And then
Fisher, but it doesn't
is
work, so,
unaffected.
yeah.
Lovely.
Great display. Actually, it's good it did it though.
Yeah. It's the same with Pidgeot as well, but then he just uses agility again, and it's fine. Rhydon's pretty cool. Like, cooler than Pidgeot though.
Yeah. Cool dude.
So
So
yeah.
that were all the 8 badges.
All 8 badges, off to the Elite 4. We've got to do Victory Road first, which is boring. It's a lot of boulder pushing, which if you can remember from Gen 1 is just slow. We can try and make it a bit more interesting. No promises.
Well, after what I've seen this afternoon, I have a lot of
No.
expectations. No, I'm kidding.
No promises, boys.
Okay.
So yeah, last rival fight before he turns into, spoilers, champ.
Yeah, so on this fight we will be setting up X items again. 1 X accuracy, because there's actually only 1 Pokemon on this fight that we need Horn Drill for, which is the Venusaur, and the other item is the X speed, because we need to be outspeeding the Alakazam again, mainly.
Nice. So we got that range.
Yeah, that's good.
And then everything else now is free. We just use every single move. Actually, one of the only fights in the game where we use every single move
actually,
in our
that's a
move
good
pool.
point. That's a good point.
And it saves us the Horn Drills that we'll need to get through Lorelei without.
Yeah, so this is one of the reasons why we have the PP up for Horn Drill, because
Venusaur doesn't die to anything else, and
Yeah.
I've tried before, accidentally, and he doesn't die to Earthquake.
yeah, and we also need 5 Horn Drills for Lorelei, so yeah, 6 is the right amount.
So yeah, it's perfect. Cool. So yeah, free fight. You'll never die to that fight. I've died to it.
You do? Like
Yeah.
Blizzard and Gyarados or something?
Just because I'm an idiot, yeah. Like Earthquake with Venusaur.
Oh,
It lives, like...
was it PP up skip?
it was just well-practiced, good gameplay skip.
Nice.
So badge checks, just basically checking we've got all the badges. And using the HMs, like Surf and Strength, just... It's the final, like, sort of gauntlet of the game, just like before the last 5 fights. Where it starts to get really intense.
Yeah.
Like a lot of... It's not too bad, but... There's a few fights that are like, we're gonna save for and they'll probably kill us. And
Interesting fights like Agatha, where a lot can happen.
yeah, there's good players. You can play around certain things that happen though. And
Yeah, like in Agatha you can still play around most stuff, so...
I'm gonna die to Agatha now.
No, you're not.
Okay. So you can see we've got like 2 super repels left. Well, 3. I've just used 1, and that's all we're gonna use to get through Victory Road. It's boulder pushing time, boys.
High expectations.
At least
Mm.
Hey.
Not until the last one. So yeah, just we use strength and we're able to push them. Really nice.
Can I start explaining them? Okay, so there's something really interesting with these bowlers, which Legend will attempt on the last builder. So these builders have this animation when they are getting pushed, and if you turn like up or down at the exact frame that you hit the builder, your yeah, your character will just face up or down, and the builder animation will also move up or down, and we call it the swag builder, and it's pretty cool.
You do it when you're ahead in races.
Yeah.
Yeah. It loses frames. It's actually slow, swag builder, so probably Teckle is going to be in the chat telling us off, but never mind. Oh.
I remember.
8 badges? Just make sure.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm getting really nervous now. You
Nice.
build it up too much. We weren't going to mention it.
I like the attention. You know, one time I did a swag builder, and Focus guy just came in my chat. He was like, "Hi, I did a swag builder," and I was like, "Bye." Like, he doesn't like the
Yeah.
trains.
Like the top runners, like the purists of this game,
Yeah.
just don't like them. But you know, we're not here to be pure. You've seen so far. We're here for fun. We're here for a showcase of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. If you lose your badges in Victory Road, like, you never find them again. Although you pass the badge checks at that point, just like, you'll be fine. Yeah. So you see how we like chain the repels as well, so like you
Yeah.
never see like the repel wear off text. It's
Yeah, we want to avoid getting those texts. Look there. Oh wait, we cannot play, right? But that's pretty impressive. Like so many times in a row, also. Actually pretty sick. Like, quick reminder, this is a frame perfect trick, so.
Is it really? I don't even know if
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is. Right?
I missed one.
I guess that's frame perfect.
I'm gonna have this as well,
Yeah.
just for safety. Because I want a full restore for Agatha and have one for Champ. Okay, so we're going to deposit Squirtle and Paris. They've done everything we need them to do for now. You know, they've actually come in really handy this run.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to keep Pidgey out for another cool little optimization that we use to abuse the trainer AI that we've talked about. So Lorelai's Dugong on turn 2 will always use Rest. On turn 1 it's got 50-50 chance to use Aurora Beam or Rest on Nidoking. But with the bird, it's guaranteed to use Aurora Beam. So we switch that in. It kills the bird. I don't know why I'm explaining it, you can just see it. It kills the bird. It kills the bird, as we see. And then it'll use Rest, because we need to set up an Exact. Easy. And then we just Hondro. So that fight is completely free, simply because we sacrificed the bird. So thank you, bird.
Yep.
Yeah? Died for our sins.
Yeah, and the reason why we put the other Pokemon in the box is because it's actually slower to watch them through the whole Hall of Fame, like getting the credit.
There's a Jinx cry.
There's a Jinx, yeah.
So that's like 2 seconds. If we weren't in Red Bar, like we'd still be here now. This is
Yeah.
the Jinx. Yeah, chat's pointing out that Lorelei isn't free. It's not 100% free. It's 255 out of 256 to work.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for this fight, if you've ever seen Space Jam, you probably
Come on.
you probably know what's gonna happen here. So a slam crit can kill us. 4% to happen.
3.
3.
Yeah.
We just haven't had a save before Lorelei.
Yeah.
We haven't saved for a while. If we die, we've got to go and shop again. It's just
Yeah. So he's 1 in 4 or maybe 1 in 5 because he can also use X-Defend. So yeah, that's nice. So and if he uses Slam, then he's not 100% hit, but if he hits, it's like 60% to crit.
And because he hit us with rage as well, we get to keep red bar throughout the fight. You can use non-damaging moves like harden, and then you lose red bar and it's just slow. So
Yeah.
you know, rage is good.
Right.
I'm always happy to see rage.
Yeah, it's actually the best option because it's a short. It prints short text. It does like just a little bit amount of damage to keep red bar, and it's not dangerous at all.
So yeah, second Elite Four down.
Yeah.
They go down pretty quickly with Nidoking.
Yep.
Agatha's next. So Agatha's a little bit more trolly than
That's free.
the first two. It's free unless you're like unless
You're
take
taking-
risky strats. Yeah. So I'm not going to save for it because I've got the save before Bruno. But I'll full restore just so I'm full health. I don't want red bar for this.
Oh
very
man.
very few people.
We cursed this so hard now.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
So like
fine.
I've had runs that I've died to Agatha before, and like it's just Gengar. We have to give a turn because we have to set up an X item.
Yeah.
We set up an X special because the Golbat will then die. Lovely.
Lovely.
To Blizzard.
Yeah.
But Gengar has Hypnosis, Confuse Ray, Nightshade. Obviously Nightshade doesn't matter because we're high health.
Yeah. And Dreaming.
And Dream Eater, which we saw, which does nothing because we're not asleep.
Oh. Wing attack. That's fine.
So he can use Haze. So our X special actually gives us a special boost. But
Yeah.
Haze takes away all of our boosts. So that's bad. At least we didn't see that. The only risk we have left is the last Gengar, which can use Confuse Ray. Same as the first one, basically.
Yeah.
We can take the trade-off and use an X speed on the first Gengar instead, and outspeed the last one. But then Golbat's a range, and then he gets another chance to use his.
And he is also more likely to confuse you
Yeah.
than this Gengar.
So Dream Eater again, perfect
Yeah.
fight. And
Yeah. So as we told, Agatha pretty free.
Agatha is free,
Yeah.
confirmed. We're at quite high health for jazz hands, thank you. We're at quite high health for the next fight. Usually we would only like to be around above 127 HP because Hydro Pump either puts us into a good range for red bar or kills us.
Yep.
At this health, we won't go into red bar or we'll die. So there's only bad things now, really. So we use our last elixir, and we save.
Yep.
Because his crit rate, it's like 15%.
Yeah, something like that. And it's like the only thing that can kill here now is
Yeah.
a crit.
So because of AI, he always uses Hydro Pump, and it can either hit, miss, or crit.
Look at that.
Yeah. She trained for years for this.
Yeah.
Literally the oldest member of the E4. So we use an X special to. If we didn't use an X special, it would kill us regardless of crit or not.
Yeah, it does so much damage without the expressor. So X.
Okay, so Doom, hands.
Yeah. Nice.
Fine.
Fine.
So now we kill him, and the rest of the fight is free.
Yeah. So the thing is, like special, it's like an offensive stat, but it's also a defensive stat, right?
Yeah.
So if you use an X special, you also boost your special, like defense kind of. Even though that's not a thing in this gen yet, but yeah, it's still kind of how it works. Like it's also a defensive stat.
So we leveled up there. So we need to set up an X speed, but we don't do it before that because we'd lose the badge boost that we get from it,
Yeah.
which we need for Aerodactyl,
Yeah.
which is next. It doesn't die. It dies to Blizzard, but if Blizzard misses, he can use Hyper Beam, which is going to kill us.
Yeah.
So we Thunderbolt him because it's 100% accurate, and it kills because of the badge boost and the crit. So oh well, he's definitely going to die. And then Lance free. I can't believe we got through Lance.
Yeah.
So we've got through E4 really easily.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Also, the health is kind of okay. What do you think?
I'm just gonna say.
Okay.
I got told off earlier for saying I wasn't gonna save this fight. Again, I did it again.
That's alright. I mean, look at the time. It's pretty good.
So like, yeah, I'm happy with that. So like, we need to set up 2 X items, and we haven't got the benefit anymore of agility. No longer knows it. So we can
Yeah.
either use wing attack, sky attack, which takes 2 turns. So sky attack, like he'll charge it up the first turn,
Yeah.
and then like he'll just unleash the second turn.
Yeah, and if he crits, he kills you even from full HP. So
So we set up the X speed first for the badge boost against any damage.
yeah,
Wing attack is good if it doesn't crit,
yeah. So now we have red bar, and
but if he uses wing attack again, perfect.
No, so perfect. Yeah, good fight. So,
So
now we
win.
Yeah, we win.
Jazz hands now, I think. So the rest of the fight, because we've used the X speed and the X act, it's literally I'm just mashing A to win.
Yeah, it's just
I press the win button, like you could press A to win. It's just free win.
yeah, and also great. The one wing attack gave red bar, which makes this fight obviously a lot faster.
Yeah, yeah.
All the cries of the Pokemon coming in battle will be skipped. And,
It's gonna be 156.
Yep.
We're just gonna miss 155.
Yep.
We'll get like 156 something.
low 156.
But that is actually the time I was aiming for, because
Yeah.
that's the time we got at BSG.
It's really good for the marathon.
Even though it should have been 2 minutes quicker because of instant text.
Yeah, yeah.
It was Solomon's, and Solomon's didn't turn up, so we didn't
Yeah.
catch him. The deal was made.
Catch Primeape or well, it was me who likes Primeape, but he's playing, so.
So yeah, we get to embarrass this 10-year-old in front of his granddad. You know, I came here when I heard you won, and you've already been beaten. I'm disappointed.
Yeah. He was like champ for what is it, 2 minutes? I don't know.
Do you understand why you lost?
Do you understand? You have no bond with
Yeah.
your Pokemon like he has with his Nidoking.
Bye, Blue. And the champions get here. So yeah, we've only got the 2 Pokemon that we brought here, Nidoking and the Bird Jesus.
Yeah, so time will be coming up after he clears the last text box on the IGT.
It's the first full white frame after.
Yeah.
I'll just say time.
Yeah. Pokédex
Okay.
rating, only 6 owned.
Time.
Yeah, people are sleeping, so can I clap? But it's a great run.
So yeah,
Great run, Legend.
Pokemon Red. I'm happy with 156, 15. That's fine. Great game. Thanks.
Yeah, that's a good.
GG.
GG. Are we immediately going over?